Hey guys, it's Truth Seeker Matt here, and today we're going to see if I can break the world record for the most bones broken on a single jump. So this is going to be a doozy, and remember kids, always try this at home. So you ready? Let's do this! Hey, sorry guys, but I'm afraid I'm going to have to interrupt our normal nonsense today because there's something that's actually pretty important that we need to talk about, and that would be net neutrality. Now, you might not have heard this term before, but it's actually been debated in the past, and it's being debated again right now. Now, back then, it was actually decided to have strong net neutrality rules because the internet was kind of in an outrage over it. But now it's looking like that might go away. And I kind of want to explain what net neutrality was to you and why that wouldn't really be the best thing if it went away. Net neutrality is the principle that internet service providers should enable access to all content or applications regardless of the source without favoring any one particular website. So that essentially boils down to the basic principle that all data should be treated equally. Data from Netflix, for example, shouldn't be given a greater priority than data from Reddit. They should both load at the same rate that your internet service provider is capable of. Removing net neutrality from the equation would let service providers block or even throttle certain connections, deliberately slowing down specific websites. Essentially, they could create a fast lane on the internet for all the companies large enough to afford an increased fee, and then a slow lane for everybody else. Smaller companies and independent voices on the internet would simply not be able to keep up with the larger companies. In fact, they could even be extinguished by the lower loading times, as people would simply go to different places that load faster. Seriously guys, we have no budget. The most we spent on a video was 88 cents for a loaf of bread. A single loaf of bread. Even large companies might end up having to charge you more money because they have to pay more money to deliver content at the same speeds that they've already been delivering it. Essentially, the only proponents for getting rid of net neutrality are the large service providers who would make more money without it. But is that really a good reason for doing this? Now, if getting rid of net neutrality would be so bad, you might be wondering why you haven't really heard about this issue before. I mean, it is being debated right now. The simple answer to that is probably the fact that it's so boring. I mean, you just hear government regulations, net neutrality, Federal Communication Commission, and it kind of just starts zoning out. I mean, I know I do, but we really can't afford to do that here. The very freedom of the internet is at stake. Companies know that we skip over what we're bored of. I mean, just look at any terms and service agreement. Companies know you don't read those. In fact, many of them hope you don't. If you ever want to sneak something past your audience, the best way is to make it incredibly boring. Maybe that's why we made the magician's oar.
The oar is not alive. Everything's alive!
Yeah, that's why we made that video. Anyway, if you're still curious about the situation, then please follow either the links in the description below or the card above to learn more about it and how you can use your freedom of speech to help. We need to band together now to save net neutrality, guys, or else the internet might never be the same again. No longer would you be able to get all websites to load equally quickly. No longer would you be able to find smaller companies on the internet with ease. No longer would you be able to just go online in a whim and create some silly videos with your friends, hoping to entertain a few people along the way. The internet's at stake here. Let's save it.
I wanna fly.